Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe for more tokusatsu content, and I thank you for your continued support. Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Rider Spike 2.0 back again once again today. Today we're here for Kamen Rider Zeztz episode 27, and this episode was a doozy. This episode we get the debut of Kamen Rider Dawn, and absolutely how sadistic and busted he is, because man oh man, this guy literally can just control and subjugate nightmares. Like where in the dreamscape does this guy just have a gigantic collection of nightmares that he could just throw out there? Why does he have it? And he has such control over these nightmares. He can legit, one thing I didn't think we'd ever see in this series is nightmares fighting each other. Nightmares that we've seen and like throughout other episodes, we've seen nightmares fight each other. We saw the wolf nightmare and the shadow nightmare, the one that was in Odaka's dreams. That nightmare right there, that we saw them fight each other, and they were fighting each other just to see who was gonna go out into the dream world and cause havoc. And Dawn was the one that was like, Dawn was the one to be like, hey, I'm gonna be the one to decide if you're gonna do that or not. And he just treats them like pawns, and he can just utterly beat them in his base form, yo. So Dawn's Kamen Rider Dawn, his name is Siege, or is it Sig? I'm gonna say Siege, but basically his name is Siege, and he is an enemy. And he is an enemy to everybody, which was a thing that I was actually really hoping for. I was hoping that he was gonna be like everybody's problem. I was wanting him to be everybody's like problem, because he's not on anybody's side. He's not with Code, or we just don't think he is. Because next episode, it seems like we're getting some more, like maybe some flashbacks of his backstory of how he got here. But bro is dope. He hinges with his sword, which this episode was really giving like a lot of Saber vibes, because he felt like Kamen Rider Kenzan to a degree, because he puts his capsum into his sword, and then he takes his sword and then turns it into two dual blades, which is amazing. And his rider kick, oh my god. But man, we'll get to that. But this episode is actually really good. We see that Zito tries to reach out to Baku and tries to get like a truce with him, because Baku wants to know who Siege is. And Zito basically tells him, say, hey, I'll tell you everything if we do a truce. Like, I'll tell you everything if you do a truce and stuff like that. And like, Baku's like, no. Baku's like, no, I don't trust you guys. I don't like you guys. I'm not dealing with anything or any of your little secrets that you have going on in the background. I'm good on that. And we see that Siege actually beat everybody in that scene where he first shows up, to the point where he puts Kuroha in the hospital. She's in critical freaking condition. And number 5, man, he got a broke arm out of it, because for some reason he went after her first. And I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. He went after Kuroha first, and that was like the most messed up part. But they couldn't beat this guy. Like, even we see throughout a lot of the other fights, we see that Baku, while he's in plasma form, he's able to like intercept like his speed and everything. Like, this guy's that fast. Even in the boosted form of plasma, he is intercepting Baku like this. That was wild. But yeah, we do see that Baku tries to like get Odaka to basically come to his side, and he's trying to push Odaka into he's trying to push him into the direction of like, hey, come fight with me. I hate Code, you hate Code. I think we can get along now. So he basically pushes him in that direction, and actually tries to give him the recovery capsule, because he knows that at this point in time, Odaka cannot henshin. He just has the gun blade, but at this point he cannot henshin. So he tries to give him the recovery capsule, and he tries to defeat the shadow nightmare that is plaguing Odaka in his dreams, because at this point Odaka's not awake yet. So he tries to give him that, and then Odaka's kind of like rejecting his stuff like that. He's kind of like, no, get out of my face. I didn't ask you to, you know, do anything for me. Like, get out of my face. And, you know, Baku basically goes off to try and defeat the shadow capsule. Tries to go off and defeat the shadow nightmare. Another weird thing that was cool was the fact that if Baku has like more than one of the same capsule, they can actually fuse together, and it actually boosts it. Like, you could take more. If he had, like, he ended up getting 2 impacts, because he was trying to go into his Gachamon, and he was trying to get that super rare capsule. He was trying to pull for the 5-star character, right? And he didn't get it. He ended up getting another impact, which is his base form, and another Wonder. I think it was Wonder. He ended up getting 2 more of those, and when he put them together in the little case thing, they ended up fusing together, and he got a boosted form. He got a boosted version of Impact and a boosted version of Wonder, which basically makes them stronger. So now his base form, whenever he goes into it, will be stronger than it was before, which is actually really dope. And same thing with Wonder. When he uses Wonder, it'll be stronger than it was before, which is already a really busted kind of form. But yeah, I did love the fact that, you know, he's trying to do things he's trying to do all these other things in the background to prepare for stuff. Like, a lot of people said that, you know, this is Baku just with New Game Plus. I think this is Baku New Game Plus, but he's doing the DLC right now. Like, he's doing the DLC, and the DLC is a harder difficulty than the regular game, so he's not cruising through it as easily as we thought he was. At first he was, but now the DLC is introduced like this new character, and he can't, even with all his buffs, he can't beat this character yet. Like, that's how I see it. For taking in an RPG lover like myself. But yeah, man, this episode was absolutely freaking phenomenal. I did like how he tried to get his sister to move out and stuff like that. He tried to get her to, you know, he doesn't want her all involved in a lot of this stuff, trying to keep her safe to a degree, which is like, I'm like, bro, she's not entering the dream world and stuff like that. Like, you're only fighting in the dream. So it's just like, her being awake and not entering the same type of dream world you're entering in is pretty much really keeping her safe. If you really want to think about it, it is. But she refuses, obviously, and she's like, hey, listen, like, when you get to the dream world, when you're asleep, you're very vulnerable, so you're gonna need somebody to look after you while you're dreaming, which is nice. That's little sister act going on. But well, yes, but we do see, I guess, maybe one of these days, kind of like foreshadowing that his sister might be a writer. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people do want his sister to be a writer, or they want, you know, our police lady also to be a writer, which would be cool. But I think we're good right now on writers. We're basically like almost at the we're past the halfway point of this series so far. So we still got a lot to go. Anything can happen. But yeah, I did really love this episode. Siege, amazing character. I absolutely love this guy. He got style. He feels like a Devil May Cry character. Like, he does. Like, he really does feel like a Devil May Cry character. He feels like an evil Dante. Like, he really, or maybe like an evil Nero, you know. I mean, he ain't as serious as Virgil, but man, he definitely does feel like an evil Dante, because the way his, you know, personality is getting to us right now. And bro just really wants to turn the entire world into a nightmare. He wants to bring the nightmares to the real world. He wants to do that. So it's just like, I don't know why. he wants it to be like, you should savor your bad dreams and stuff like that. Like, you know, bad dreams aren't nothing to be ashamed of, you know. But dude, that they cause destruction, and, you know, people are dying and things like that. Like, what do you mean, you know? But other than that, I love his design. I love his fight style. His rider kick was absolutely gas. That he has like purple dragons that come out. Does he count as a dragon rider at this point? Because bro is just like summoning purple dragons, and then it puts you, and then the dragon bodies turn into like a torture device and lock you in it, and it goes the end, and it opens up and you're gone. Like, that was awesome. That was an amazing freaking rider kick. And the way he said bye-bye at the end when he destroyed the nightmare, gas. But he did destroy the shadow nightmare. So does that mean Odaka is free now? Does that mean Odaka is gonna wake up? Probably so, because that was one of the caveats on how he woke up. But I'm ready to just go ahead and give Odaka his rider form back, so he can go ahead and start helping Baku fight Siege, because right now Baku's fighting him by himself, and it's not looking good. It's like, but bro, hey, we're gonna see him turn into Catastrum in the next episode, which I was really, really hoping for he would do, because I'm like, man, if you don't turn into Catastrum and beat this guy up, it's gonna happen next episode. So I'm looking forward to that. He also changed the dream world and put them into like a Mad Max gang type of dream, and now they gotta fight these guys, which is gonna be hilarious. But it looks like it's gonna be really cool. But other than that, what did you guys think about this week's episode of Kamen Rider Zeztz? What did you think about Siege? Kamen Rider Dawn. What do you think about the whole thing about him having just a bunch of nightmares that he could just summon and make them fight each other to see who's gonna go out there and stuff like that? Like, the control he has over nightmares is just astounding to me. Like, what do you guys think of that? That was actually really dope. But other than that, if you made it this far in the video, I thoroughly do appreciate it. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, as I always say, stay Kenshin.
Yeah, the shining golden sign.